click on to the reporting. Yeah, good day, good evening from wherever you are tuning in, and warm welcome to this week's session on the Move to Cloud webinar series. Today, again, the main focus will be enterprise architecture. We have, again, Dr. Michael Blaschke joining us for a very intuitive session on enterprise architecture for transitioning from product platform to innovation platform ecosystems. As usual, please post your question in the Q&A section and we will answer them after the session is over. The session will be recorded and we will share the recording and the slides after this session. And without further ado, Michael, the stage is again yours.
Thank you very much, Krenar, for the nice introduction. So yes, today we focus on enterprise architecture, part 2 of our webcast series. Today we focus on EA as a capability, an organizational capability for a particular type of transition that is from product platform ecosystems to innovation platform ecosystems. EA serves as an organizational capability enabling your organizations, contemporary organizations, to transform from these more traditional product platform ecosystems into more thriving innovation platform ecosystems. So you recognized the bridge on the cover slide. Like this bridge in the image, an enterprise architecture capability connects two different business worlds safely and systematically and reliably. So EA in today's presentation provides the capability needed to navigate this transition without losing existing business strength. So this transition journey that we talk about today is moving from rigid product platforms to flexible innovation platform ecosystems that harness entire partner networks. And enterprise architecture in this transition provides the capability to ensure that this transition happens strategically rather than emergently or even chaotically. Before we start, let me introduce myself briefly. I'm a principal enterprise architect at SAP with over 10 years of experience helping organizations navigate their transformations. I sit in SAP's global premium engagement and advisory practice as part of a global team of enterprise architects serving our premium engagement customers with max attention or active attention budgets allocated for SAP. This webcast series consists of 4 sessions running weekly through July 1st. Today we are in the second, focusing on EA as a capability for innovation platform ecosystem. Each of these sessions stands alone, so you can join any that interests you most. We'll have interactive Q&A throughout, and I'll share practical examples you can apply immediately throughout the presentation. One important point before we deep dive into the very content of this presentation. This presentation is more academic than part 1 because this presentation is built on rigorous academic research that we conducted at SAP at and with leading universities, and it's published in top-tier scientific journals, ensuring that the insights I present today are really evidence-based and, more important, peer-reviewed. So what you hear today is not merely my opinion, it's peer-reviewed, academically documented knowledge that has been brought forward by myself as a co-author, but also by my fellow co-authors at the University of St. Gallen and the London School of Economics. So the concepts presented today come from published research in, first and foremost, the European Journal of Information System, but the work has also been presented at the International Conference on Information Systems. Most importantly, today is not just theory. It's been rigorously tested and validated in the projects I support and by the international academic community. So the research was conducted at the University of St. Gallen, a leading Swiss business school known for its research in enterprise architecture and digital transformation. And the most important aspect is the international validation in SAP projects, but also through a peer review process by global experts that ensure the quality and reliability of the findings presented today. And yeah, this one disclaimer I have to make is that the research was supported by SAP, the London School of Economics, the University of St. Gallen, and the Swiss National Science Foundation. And I think this multi-stakeholder support demonstrates the relevance and the academic rigor of the work. And what I found particularly precious is the combination of industry and academic perspectives, which ensures both theoretical depth, which you hopefully will appreciate today, but also the real world practicability and applicability. So you can trust that the recommendations I give today and presented here are based on solid evidence, not just my opinions. Okay, with that, let me explain how this presentation is structured. The first section centers around why transitioning to IPEs, that is Innovation Platform Ecosystems, matters. Innovation Platform Ecosystems, and moving on, I will simply refer to them as IPEs, they provide key business benefits. Among these are superior agility to respond to market changes, cost optimization through shared resources in the ecosystem, and access to innovation from partner networks. The second session focuses on what enterprise architecture and IPE transition actually mean, what they are. The evolution to IPEs moves from tightly coupled product extensions where everything is connected and hard to change to more loosely coupled innovation foundations where components can be easily recombined. And in this context, enterprise architecture ensures this transition happens safely and systematically, preventing disruption to business operations, while at the same time unlocking new business capabilities. And the third section ultimately focuses on how EA enables this very IPE transition. That is specifically, and that will be the focus, EA provides the capabilities needed for developing four capabilities. And these are orchestrated resource curation, that is getting the right resources. The second capability is ecosystem preservation, keeping partners in the ecosystem happy. Third one is resource reconfiguration, adapting to change. And ultimately, fourthly, ecosystem diversification, that is expanding the platform capabilities. So that's the structure we follow today. Why, what, how? Let's dive into the first section. And no worries, the deck will be distributed in the aftermath of this presentation, so you can read through the more detailed bullet points that I do and will guide you through in the remainder of this presentation. Okay, let's move to the why section. We start with why to establish the compelling business case for IPEs and your organization's transition towards or to these IPEs before we later explore how enterprise architecture can help in this transition. To me, a business-first approach is super important. IPE transition must be driven by clear business value, not just technological trends out there being potentially hyped. Enterprise architecture decisions require strong business justification to succeed. And again, let's come back to this strategic picture on the slide here. The bridge again represents the journey enabled by enterprise architecture from traditional product platform ecosystems to innovation platform ecosystems. And understanding why this transition matters ensures later that EA investments deliver real business outcomes. Okay, let's start with the very scope of this analysis. This, again, isn't theoretical. Companies across all industries like your organizations are very likely already transforming their platforms using enterprise architecture capabilities to unlock the ultimate goal here, that is generativity and competitive advantage. So companies are transforming to increase generativity, the ability of their ecosystems to produce unexpected innovations through partner collaboration. And innovation platform ecosystems enable these platform partners to build solutions that the platform owner, that is your organization, never envisioned and couldn't produce on its own. And the EA capabilities presented today ensure this transition is architected systematically rather than in an emerging or chaotic way. Yeah, so the scope here really is about incumbent companies across industries that are in a transformation, and this transformation goes from existing product platform ecosystems into innovation platform ecosystems. And the ultimate goal is to increase generativity in the organization's or company's respective ecosystem. So that's the case, that's the why. What is the ultimate goal? It's increasing generativity in the ecosystem. So let's at least schematically visualize what this transition is actually about. So the fundamental shift from product platforms to IPEs is like moving from a fixed puzzle where pieces only fit exactly one way to, on the right side, a flexible building system where components can connect in countless creative combinations, which then allow for generativity. So let's focus briefly on the left side, the old way, product platform ecosystems. Imagine software like a car engine. Everything is built to fit together in one specific way. Partners create custom parts that bolt directly onto the engine, but they only work with that exact model. And when you need changes, you have to rebuild major components, which is of course expensive and time consuming. And each customization creates a unique version that's hard to maintain and upgrade. Now let's switch to the right side, innovation platform ecosystems. That is the new way of creating generativity. Think of it like a smartphone with an app store. The core device provides the foundation, but thousands of independent apps can run on it. The platform provides standardized connections like a USB port, so any compatible solution can plug in easily. Third-party developers in this scenario can create solutions that work across many different customers, and updates and new features happen continuously without disrupting existing functionality. So this transformation matters. I expand on my case for innovation platform ecosystems on the next page. Before we do so, I invite Krenar to share a brief poll among the audience to understand which maturity level your transition has, so where your organizations are on that very transition journey. So what best describes your organization's current platform maturity? Okay, let's maybe wait 30 more seconds for responses. Okay, let's wait a bit longer. Maybe, Krenar, we can keep the poll open while I continue expanding on my case for innovation platform ecosystems. So companies today, as yours, face a critical choice, in my opinion, that is strict with traditional software that limits their options or embrace more open innovation platforms that unlock possibilities through partnerships. So again, think of traditional software like owning a single toolbox. You're limited to what's inside the toolbox. And innovation platform ecosystems are like having access to every specialist toolkit in the world. Companies can now tap into a global network of plug and play innovations instead of relying on one vendor. And I list here some benefits of transitioning to these IPEs that are materialized by those companies that join this journey, if you will. So first is faster adaptation. When markets change, you can quickly add new capabilities instead of waiting years for updates. Yeah, and the EA capability is critical for this benefit because it defines the integration architecture, ensuring then connectivity between legacy systems and platform extensions, and it enables gradual migration without business disruption. A second business benefit is more innovation. Companies get access to cutting-edge solutions from hundreds of partners, not just one company's research team or a selected subset of partners. Third is better costs. You pay for what you use when you use it rather than massive upfront investments. Fourth, there is less dependency. You're no longer trapped with one vendor for both core and satellite systems, but you can choose the best solutions from multiple providers. And ultimately, it's easier to grow. You can scale up or down as your business grows without rebuilding everything. And you may ask yourself, why does architecture matter in this whole conversation? Well, without proper planning, this transition becomes chaos, like renovating a house without blueprints. Enterprise architecture is the master plan that ensures everything in the transition works together smoothly, protects existing investments while enabling new capabilities. Okay, having established why IPE transition matters, we now define what enterprise architecture and innovation platform ecosystem transformation actually mean in practice, what they are. And so we now move from why to what. We move from understanding the business case to defining the specific components of IPE transition. And this section clarifies what innovation platform ecosystems are and how they differ from traditional platforms. So let's come back again to this distinction between the two types of ecosystems. But now let's focusing on the case for why transitioning to the right side matters. But let's now really focus on what these beasts are actually, what they are constituted of. Let's focus again on the left side. Product platform ecosystems are like complex mechanical devices. Again, everything connects directly to the core, creating tight coupling and integration challenges. Innovation platform ecosystems, in turn, on the right, are like standardized electrical grids. They provide stable foundation services that enable independent applications to connect and operate. And enterprise architecture, again, enables this transition by defining the standardized interfaces and governance frameworks needed for this loose coupling. We move here from extensions to applications. So product platforms require partner extensions that modify and enhance the core product, creating dependency and complexity. IPEs enable third-party applications that run independently while leveraging platform services through standardized APIs. And IPEs leverage cloud infrastructure to provide scalable, reliable foundation services. Standardized interfaces replace heterogeneous connections, reducing integration complexity and enabling more rapid innovation. So IPE here refers to a cloud platform that represents an innovation platform that is a platform that serves as a technological foundation for decoupled third-party applications. And to move away from this more schematic overview and depiction of at least how research envisions these two types of ecosystems, let's now dive deeper into the actual key characteristics of the two types of platform ecosystem. Each characteristic presented now reveals how IPEs fundamentally transform business operations, in distinction to product platform ecosystems. Let me briefly walk you through these key characteristics. Platform architecture. So while in a traditional world, custom-built solutions lock you into specific vendor technology and limit future flexibility, on the right side, you run on a cloud-based foundation that adapts to any business need while preserving your technology investments. Another characteristic to distinct the two is the type of leverage. So on the left side, for product platform ecosystems, in the traditional world, if you will, each integration requires custom work, like hiring translators for every conversation. More innovatively would be that you have universal connectors that are APIs and SDKs that enable plug-and-play functionality across all solutions. A third key characteristic is the standardization level of the platform and the interfaces. Traditional would be each integration requires custom work, like hiring translators for every conversation. And as said, for the more innovative way are universal connectors, APIs, and SDKs. Then we have platform openness as one key characteristic. Traditional would be vendor controls who participates. So the vendor of a software or the platform operator controls who participates in the ecosystem and how, limiting your choice of partners and solutions. More innovative would be an open access that attracts diverse partners, giving you unlimited options and competitive pricing. So with that, I touched upon the four most important key characteristics. Further ones to delineate these two platform ecosystem types would be the architecture adopted to enable coupling, that is tightly coupled versus loosely coupled. It's the reusability of extensions for your particular platform, which is limited in product platforms and highly reusable in innovation platforms. Then ecosystem governance is a characteristic. This governance is centralized or is centralized control in the old world, but really more distributed, decentralized governance in IPEs, and ultimately the locus of innovation. So in the traditional product platform ecosystem, this innovation is limited to the platform operator's internal research capabilities and timelines and roadmaps, while the innovation in IPEs is enabled through access to global partner innovation network that delivers continuous competitive advantages. So this is where the generativity I introduced earlier sits and emerges, as the innovation locus is distributed across ecosystem partners and not only the platform owner organization. Okay, so I hope that brought a bit closer what these IPEs actually are and how they differ from product platform ecosystems. With that, let's bring enterprise architecture into the game. My call here is to leverage enterprise architecture for transitioning to these innovation platform ecosystems. So now let's move a bit to understanding what enterprise architecture means at SAP and how we systematically structure our architecture work in these transitions. So the slide shows our SAP Enterprise Architecture Framework, which defines how we approach transformation, and it provides the foundation for all our architectural guidance. The framework operates through 5 integrated dimensions that form the core of how SAP delivers EA work and value. Let me briefly walk you through each dimension and how they work together. So on a highest level, you recognize the 2 sets of dimensions here. One is the actual EA artifacts, a methodology, reference, architecture, content, and tooling. So these are the means of EA work, if you will. And then the second set, the two white ones, are the actual activities conducted within your organization's EA practice, where enterprise architecture work is conducted, and where these artifacts are adopted, but also, of course, enterprise architecture services that represent how we and other third-party organizations like system integrators support enterprise architecture work and transformations by applying the SAP methodology, using the tooling and the reference content. So what makes this framework particularly relevant for me and for today's discussion is that it represents, at least within the SAP ecosystem, the authoritative source for understanding our approach to enterprise architecture work, to clean core principles and their application. It's our approach in making the transition, any type of transition, when it comes to transforming organizations, but in particular, the one outlined today towards innovation platform ecosystems happen. Okay, so I think with that, you get an idea of what EA means at SAP and how we can adopt it as a capability for transitioning to IPEs. Okay, and let's now really get to the core, the content that most likely interests most of you. That is, now that we understand why EPE transition matters and what it means, also architecturally, we explore how enterprise architecture provides the capabilities to execute this transition, or at least contributes to executing this transition. So now we move from what to how. We transition from understanding the architectural differences between the two types of platform ecosystems to now the needed EA capabilities to make this transition happen. And enterprise architecture does provide these capabilities. At least that's what the research presented here suggests. Again, let's come back to the implementation bridge on the slide. The bridge represents, in my interpretation or in how I promoted the EA-enabled execution, the specific enterprise architecture artifacts that make the transformation possible. And this section now focuses on EA capabilities that can help you and your organization make the transition to IPEs happen. Okay, so as promised, today we would get more scientific and let alone by the visualization, you already get the impression a glimpse into the EA capabilities that we suggest it takes for transitioning to IPEs. So successfully transitioning to innovation platform ecosystems requires enterprise architecture. Specifically, it requires 4 complementary capabilities that balance 2 things. That balance, on the one hand, operational control. That's why there is the control dimension, but also with ecosystem flexibility, that is generativity. And remember, I introduced generativity of the ultimate goal in the first place of transitioning to innovation ecosystems. Let me briefly touch upon all 4 of these, and we're gonna deep dive later into their very substance or nature. So the first EA capability we suggest is EA-guided resource curation, which focuses on exerting control over the ecosystem, but really on the system level, on the specific system. So like a skilled conductor using sheet music to orchestrate different musicians for perfect harmony, if you like that analogy. Enterprise architecture here provides the blueprint for coordinating diverse partner resources to deliver exactly what an end user or an end user organization needs at any point in time. EA ensures here quality integration patterns and reliable service delivery while managing multiple technical resources it takes to establish the needed system. The second one, and now I'm moving to ecosystem preservation, remains on the level of exerting control through an enterprise architect, but we now move to the ecosystem level. So we're no longer on the level of a specific IT system, but now really on the ecosystem of partners level. Here, like urban planning that maintains neighborhood stability while encouraging strategic new development of the neighborhood. Enterprise architecture here defines governance frameworks that keep existing partners engaged during the ecosystem evolution. Yeah? Enterprise architects seek to preserve the ecosystem. And EA standards prevent the fragmentation of partners and maintain service continuity across the platform transition. So with that, we touched upon the two EA capabilities our research suggests on the level of exerting control in the ecosystem. The other level is generativity. Generativity is, again, the ultimate end goal. It's the reason why we talk about this. It's the reason organizations around the globe open up their organizational boundaries, open up for collaboration with external partners, because they are looking for these effects of generativity. So we now move down from control to generativity. And this is kind of the new stream in research. It's barely touched upon that enterprise architects in their role drive innovation beyond organizational boundaries. Most of our work is on making transformation happen, is on architecting an effective and efficient enterprise. But this is really a new thread of conversation, and I'm already looking forward to your feedback if that should really be in the realm of enterprise architecture work. Our research suggests it's necessary. So let's touch upon resource reconfiguration. This is like having modular building blocks with standardized connectors for then infinite and unthought arrangements. Here, enterprise architects enable the platform partners to quickly adapt and recombine offerings through well-defined interfaces. EA patterns in this capability allow rapid response to market opportunities without architectural depth or system conflicts. And then moving again from the actual system level to, again, the ecosystem level. This is like this is about the enterprise architect orchestrating the ecosystem's diversification. You want your organization's ecosystem to diversify. It's like designing a marketplace infrastructure that then attracts diverse vendors while maintaining operational standards. Here, enterprise architects provide scalable foundations for continuously expanding partner network capabilities, and EA frameworks drive innovation while ensuring ecosystem coherence and competitive positioning of their respective organization. Yeah, so these are the 4 EA capabilities we suggest it takes to transition to these innovation platform ecosystems. And whenever I present this to enterprise architects, immediately a discussion emerges in that, is it really the enterprise architect's job to foster the evolution or growth of ecosystems? So while I receive understanding or approval on the system level, so enterprise architects need to curate all the resources it takes to establish a system, and while enterprise architects need to reconfigure these resources to make systems work again, we receive approval. But on the ecosystem level, the discussion is still emerging. I at least understand my work also for my customers that it's not about only making the system or the enterprise effective and efficient, but also preserve and diversify these organizations' ecosystems. So I'm looking forward to your questions and contributions around that conversation thread in the aftermath of the presentation. Okay, and in concluding the talk, I have a deep dive on any of these 4 EA capabilities with me. They give you an understanding from a more process perspective how these EA capabilities actually work. So this is a rather top-down static view of what these 4 EA capabilities are. Let's now deep dive into how they actually work. And for this, we adopt a process perspective. So any process has an antecedent, then the EA capability kind of clicks in. Then a mechanism happens, and then you have a result. And the mechanism of the process is usually moderated by other effects. So here you again get a notion of where the academic EA research is heading and how rigorous this is. And this is only the visual. In the very paper, you find the detailed explanations and evidence. So maybe I'm gonna guide you through this process once so you get an understanding on how to read these EA capabilities. And let's do it at the example of resource curation. So my call is develop an EA capability called resource curation for IPE transition. Yeah, so enterprise architecture, we suggest enables the systematic curation of IT resources in the ecosystem by creating structured collaboration frameworks that transform the complex or that channel the complex partner ecosystems into specific working and customer solutions. Yeah. And it starts with the antecedent, which is a customer challenge. It's an end customer challenge. It's any of your organization's customers has a challenge. So customers face complexity when trying to find the right combination of services from multiple providers. It's like trying to assemble a custom solution from hundreds of puzzle pieces without knowing which one fits together. And enterprise architecture or this capability helps identify what customers really need before starting the search process. And then the capability, the EA capability we suggest kicks in, if you will. Resource curation is then like having a master chef who knows exactly which ingredients work together for specific dishes. Enterprise architecture provides the frameworks for then efficiently finding, evaluating, and combining complementary partner resources in the ecosystem. This EA capability ensures the technical compatibility and business alignment across, and that's the point, across diverse service providers in the ecosystem. And then moving on to the mechanism that actually causes the effect. Platform owners use enterprise architecture to design structured communication channels between all ecosystem participants. It's like creating a universal language across the ecosystem that allows different specialists at different organizations to work together at least more seamlessly. And EA-defined inter-organization structures ensure everyone understands their role and how to coordinate effectively. The result or consequence of this is then the customer outcome, the tailored service. So customers then receive tailored solutions that address their specific needs without the complexity overhead that would be caused without the we suggest resource curation capability. Here, enterprise architecture really transforms the innovation platform from just another vendor into an indispensable business partner. And this mechanism or this process is moderated by the platform owner's deployment of an inter-organizational structure. And this structure is needed to communicate with partners to facilitate communication among partners. So I now deep dive into the first EA capability, that is resource curation. The deck contains this deep dive into all 4 of these EA capabilities. The proposition to you is, in a first step, ask yourself if and to what extent you adopt enterprise architecture in the first place. And in the second place, if and to what extent do you want to employ EA as a capability in transitioning to your innovation platform ecosystem if you do so. And the most potentially intellectual demanding or provocative conversation in this whole presentation is, to what extent should enterprise architects care about the ecosystem? To what extent should they jump across the organizational boundary or the enterprise they work for to reflect the ecosystem? Okay, so yeah, as promised, you find the deep dive into all 4 EA capabilities. With that, let me conclude the presentation and invite you to 2 following webcasts, one on the convergence of enterprise architecture in including AI and business suite principles in the enterprise, and then also on realizing a clean core using, amongst others, cloud extensibility. Yeah, and with that, I want to open the conversation and open the floor for questions. I invite Krenar to moderate this, and I will then also expose the results of our poll.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. We have here one question in the chat: how to identify which platform should we use for integration if customer already have MuleSoft BTP integration suite or Continuum MuleSoft?
Okay, yeah, we get immediately pretty technical. Let me structure the question. So when a customer already has MuleSoft, the decision between continuing with MuleSoft or adopting, let's say, SAP BTP integration suite should be based on ideally architectural criteria in the first step. Let me walk you through some of these assessment dimensions. The first one is strategic platform alignment. So continue MuleSoft if the customer has a multi-vendor cloud strategy and significant non-SAP system landscape. In turn, my intuition would be consider BTP if the customer is standardizing on the SAP ecosystem and pursuing an SAP-centric digital transformation. So this is kind of the strategic platform alignment. Then there is the integration architecture scope. MuleSoft has advantages. It might be superior for complex B2B integrations, API management at scale, hybrid cloud scenarios. BTP certainly has an advantage in being optimized for SAP system integrations, embedded analytics, process automation. So a second decision criterion would be the integration architecture scope. I would also evaluate the ecosystem maturity. So assess the MuleSoft investment, existing integration assets, developer skills, operational processes, and also evaluate transition costs. So how complex is a migration? What are training requirements? How rough is the operational disruption if you switch?
Okay,
I hope that answered the question. If no further questions are available, I would now disclose the results of our initial question. So in a multiple choice setup, we ask what best describes your organization's current platform maturity. And the majority of responses was product focus, which is the first maturity level. So your organizations deliver solutions primarily for internal consumption. And then, yeah, second maturity level is platform emerging with 31%. We're opening APIs and enabling limited external integration. And then we have 19% for ecosystem ready, and we have 31% describing their platform maturity as innovation platform, which is cool. Yeah, so 31% of respondents actually argue that they facilitate co-creation and multi-sided marketplace dynamics. Yeah, so this is pretty much a fair distribution, which means many of you are on these IPE transitions. Yeah, and I hope you agree with me that enterprise architecture plays a vital role in this transition.
Okay, I see we have another question. What is the training path for the SAP Enterprise Analytics certification?
Yeah, so there are ample EA trainings available. I don't have them at hand in the appendix. Apologies for that. I will certainly include it the next time. So in next week's webcast. What I offer is to put exactly the answer to this question in the appendix to the deck that will then be shared publicly on YouTube in the show notes. Yeah, so that you can prepare the best possible way for your SAP EA certification.
We have any other question in the chat or someone
Feel free to shoot.
wants
Yeah, feel free to
speak up?
shoot.
If not, as mentioned again, we have our next session next week again with Michael. So happy if all of you could join again. And I see no more questions in the chat. With that, let me stop the recording.